Hello everybody and welcome to your reading. So this reading is to explore what your spiritual gift is, or potentially, those of you that are already aware, what you are expanding into next, okay? I have 7 different options up here of different spiritual gifts that you could potentially possess. So you need to look at these cards here and decide which one of them you are feeling most drawn into, because that is your spiritual gift. And then I'm going to reveal each card, and as I do so, I'm going to do a little mini reading to see where you're at with this gift, the next step, potential blockages, etc. Okay, so I have listed timestamps in the description box below, this being card 1 and this being card 7, and of course they follow the correct order there. So I will go ahead and get started with the first card, this card right here. If you need more time to decide which one you're being drawn into, feel free to pause the video. The rest of you, go ahead to the timestamp for the card that is calling your name, and I will go ahead and get started with the first card. So those of you that are drawn to the first card, we have the White Witch, all right? And this particular energy is somebody who is the ancient wise mystic. This is somebody who has soul knowledge of, herbs, natural holistic healing, is magical. Like there's a magic about this particular soul. And back in the day, before witches were crucified and considered this evil, horrible thing, they were actually our midwives and our healers and our nurses and our counselors, and one with the earth and the seasons, and understanding everything has its place, and being able to define everything's place within the universe, and how it relates to reality. Just the wise mystic right here. And this particular energy, it's something that is developed over many, many lifetimes. So those of you, that feel drawn into like Celtic paganism, Wicca, or Wiccan, I should say, or I'm not sure. I'm not super familiar, but I know it involves some of the beliefs that are attached to the ancient mystic here. There's just, and also like calling to nature, being able to sense different changes in, the atmosphere, the environment, the forest. There's just a very special connection this energy has to Mother Earth and all who inhabit her. And a natural healer knows remedies, is more likely to be somebody who doesn't want to take like Tylenol or aspirin or like anything like that. There's a natural remedy. But also with the White Witch, this energy knows that sometimes when we're in discomfort physically, that's the body speaking to us and giving us information about the choices that we have been making and the path that we have been walking. So this right here is one of the most wise souls that walk this planet. And there's a lot that's attached to this, and that's why we're going to, do a little mini reading to go with this White Witch. But for those of you who are attracted to this card, you definitely have had some sort of calling or pulling in the direction of all things that she entails here. So let's pull a card here to kind of gauge where you're at with this. And due to the persecution that these particular souls experienced in past lifetimes, many were born dormant, their gifts dormant, their soul wisdom dormant, and as it's like tried to surface and activate, it could be a very frightening thing where, at first this particular person, as they awaken, they don't want to share with people everything they're experiencing. And there's like a magic to this person, okay? Like legit magic. Some people are like, oh, that's stupid, it doesn't exist. I'm pretty sure the White Witch would have a contrary opinion to that, okay? This person knows the magic of this realm, like has mastered it, okay? Right here. So let's pull some more cards. All right, so we have, there's a solution for every problem. Now, I just want you to see, do you see that rope holding her feet there? Yes, many of you that are attracted to this White Witch energy, it's because it's there, it's in you. However, there's this element of like pushing it away, not believing, trying to not accept or own at some point, okay? But this to me is more like the fear of past life energy. So any of you that have felt really restricted from your gifts, from your magic, you know, really afraid to open yourself up, explore yourself, or share the depth of your soul with anybody else because you're like, oh my God, you would just never understand me, you would never get me. That has a lot to do with your past life experiences, and you need to know, and you need to tell yourself these things, like, it is safe this lifetime for me to be this, to express this energy outwardly to humanity, to, like, you know, restake your claim to who and what you are and what you are doing on this planet. You know, like I said, these used to be the midwives, the nurses, the holistic healers, like, and then all of a sudden they were looked at as bad because they were very natural and everything. And you know, if you know a lot about history and just the way the world has been shaped and evolved since that time frame to now, there really has been you know, pushing holistic, natural, any of that type of stuff down, out of the way, you know, taking spirituality and forcing religion. Like, there's just been this whole big plan, which is, you know, how you get into all these interesting conspiracy theories. We will not cover those here, but it's the fear that you have about your gift or any blockage around what you are capable of. It has to do with what happened in past lives. So you could do some meditation for that, past life therapy, regression. There's a lot of different things. You can put it out to your spirit guides. What is the best thing for me to do to become comfortable and fully into who I am? Because I meant to pull this card first, but this here is to look at your magic, being this White Witch, the special element of it for you. And we have, oh my gosh, abracadabra with wings, fantastic good fortune and lucky chances. Abracadabra is a term for magic, yes, for spells, yes, casting a spell, the magician, right? Here you are, you've got the magic, you've got the vibes, but it's like you've got to own yourself without fear, okay? No fear. Wow, you are safe this lifetime. Wow, past lifetimes, that just flew out. Past lifetimes, what's happened, what created this deep imprint, you know, within your soul that holds you back or makes you blocked this lifetime, you know, past lifetime, there was deep spiritual lessons that you were working on and growing through. And that's why you were born into this time frame right now, because it is safe for you to be the witch and walk your path and speak your truth and shine your light and be the healer that you are, okay? And work your magic where it's needed. So let's pull a couple more cards here. Next out is Reiki. Look at that, energy healing. That could be the meditation to, you know, relieve like that deep imprint of fear. You know, they say like different things that were really traumatic in past life can affect you into this life. And I believe that 1,000% because I always used to get this really weird, sharp pain in the back of my head, like all of my life. I even went to the doctor for it. They could find nothing wrong. And finally, as I began to awaken, I went to you know, this person who was an energy healer. They did like Egyptian stuff. They weren't the standard Reiki person that I've encountered prior or since. They just, it was amazing. Like I held these batons in my hand. Like I've never experienced anything like it prior or since. Okay. And, she brought up the trauma to my head and she's like, you know, did something happen to you, you know, in childhood? And I'm like, no, nothing has ever happened. But I do get this pain. And she dug deeper and, you know, found a very traumatic event, which made sense. And then I actually saw somebody else at a later time and they confirmed the same thing this lady told me. And then I saw these Jesus healers and, you know, they picked up on the same thing. And I will say this, after 3 different treatments from 3 different healers, it finally left and I no longer have that in my energy field, that weird sharp pain. Like it would just like boom, like somebody smacking me in the back of the head with like a baseball bat, just like instant. Oh God, it was horrible. And it would just come and go and there was nothing wrong with me. And so for you guys, I really feel that you have some of that going on for you and you need some energy healing to work out those traumatic experiences and events from past life, okay? And lastly, look at this, the Buddha. You are wise, 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 and you channel information from the higher realms. Like you have so much to give and teach humanity, but right now, I really feel like you've got to heal like past life energy of like fear and trauma so that you can fully shine your light and own who you are. And any of you who are experiencing those blockage and barriers to your gifts, like that will fade and you can own them and claim them, because, you know, if the one thing you're most afraid of is, you know, what you're reaching for, there's a distortion of energy, and I really feel it has past life attached to it just based on all of this. So we're just going to pull a few more cards here to clarify. Under spiritual lessons, wow, we have the light worker. Oh my goodness. So the witch, the Buddha, the light worker. You are something special and something powerful and very, very wise. The only thing that holds you back is traumatic experiences. And you know, this is general. It could be this lifetime that those experiences took place. But this right here is the energy balance. Like you guys need Reiki, meditation, maybe working with some crystals, just depending on your vibe. And that will really help you, you know, past life therapy, regression. Wow, yes, because look at this, mastery. You are meant to be a master this lifetime. I feel rise high in your gift, be the leader, pave the way, many people looking up to you. And under this Buddha, we have the lessons totem. Yep, you are something very special, unique, and rare, powerful, and wise. And anything that... the only thing I see holding you back is like the trauma, either this life or past life, but that trauma had something to do with the spiritual lesson which you've mastered, and it pushes you into this light worker energy, which means you definitely have a mission with humanity this lifetime, with this planet, with spiritual awakening and expansion and growth. Okay, you have some work to do. So let's just look at, you know, anything else that's potentially blocking you. I think it's been pretty obvious throughout the reading, but yeah, look at that. Triumph of lies. This right here, it's like the only thing that's holding you back is the fear of what's happened before in your past, whether this life or last life, okay? And it's time for you to just own who and what you are and have no fear. Like your path ahead is like safe. It's not to say like that you won't encounter any negative energies and things like that. I mean, that's just part of life. But what happened, the persecution, the the oppression, it's like all of that, it will not exist. Your knowledge, your wisdom, who and what you are is meant to shine in this life, okay? You have big shoes that you are walking in. You have a gift and you will heal so many. Some of you, maybe as the witch, it's time to become, involved in Reiki and become an energy healer, okay? Just saying with that, there's some of you with the Buddha and spiritual lessons, it's like you channel all this information as well as the experience of your own soul, and you're meant to really teach and help people break the lies that they tell themselves and awaken to their true divinity and spirituality. Like this lifetime, you are the master light worker, okay? But your roots are the white witch. That is who you are. That is your spiritual gift, your special talent. So those are the messages for you guys attracted to that first card. I hope that did, bring a lot of clarity and shed insight to different things that you have experienced or feel yourself attracted and drawn into. Because, sometimes we just know what our gifts are, but it's hard to own that and claim that. And I kind of think that's where you guys are, those of you who were attracted to this first card, or you just needed that confirmation from spirit that you have the magic and you have the vibes. So those are your messages. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care. All right, so for those of you attracted to the second card, let's see what your gift is. Ooh, we've got the star seed coming forth. So this energy right here, right away, you are unique, and you've probably felt like you don't really fit in, most in your family, in your friends, like it's been a really rough ride with that, with feeling comfortable, feeling like you could fit in. Even if you have a lot of friends, even if you have a lot of people who love and adore you, it's like they relate to you, but you don't relate to them, okay? And some of you, it could be, and when I say you don't relate to them, it's not in the sense of like you don't feel them and all those things. It's like just the vast majority of people's choices and interests and the way they live their life, like you don't relate, okay? And the depth of you, the sensitive nature of you is very hard for others to understand, okay? Because the starseed is definitely somebody who is sensitive, who is an empath or psychically gifted or mediumship or channeling, all right? There's definitely those abilities associated with the starseed, but the starseed has a mission more of inserting higher frequencies of light and code into this reality, into this experience at this point of time in the evolution of humanity, okay? They're the bringers of these new like light codes, new information, new ways of life, new ways of being, shifting in consciousness and perception. And so in a sense, the starseed does pave the way, creates a whole new lane of doing and being and thinking and experiencing. And oftentimes, starseeds, when they, are coming into their higher knowing, their ideas are, really out there, and a lot of people aren't on board with it at first, but, star seeds of the past have paved the way for the openness of spirituality and spiritual beliefs that we experience today, and the sharing of, information and wisdom across the board. So, the star seed does tend to walk a lonelier life. It's not out of punishment. It's out of not becoming too humanized or getting distracted from the mission of the soul, of the whole point of this incarnation. Okay, so the star seed is somebody who does tend to experience emotions very, very deeply, all the way to the core of their being, feels the sadness of the world, feels the trouble of the world, but also has the ability to feel the light of the world, the happiness of the world, natural healer, natural visionary, very innovative, very futuristic, okay, like beyond their time is the star seed. And so those of you attracted to the second card, that is who you are. That is your mission this life. And the star seed has connection to other star beings, okay? And they're constantly in contact and communication with the star seed. And just depending on where you're at in your development or awakening process is how much you are consciously aware of the contact and interaction from the star beings, okay? Because if you're just barely awakened or fully asleep, to have an encounter like that, it would be too much for your psyche, okay? It's like you've really got to evolve and expand into certain things, and maybe some of you that was right from childhood. From others of you, you're just now waking up. For me personally, I always was sensitive. Anybody who is not fully awakened, like, they're gonna have ability and sensitivities, but it wasn't until my 30, like I turned 30, that I really began to awaken, and just everything spirit was bringing my way and exposing me to was quite overwhelming. So, it's a process for the star seed to fully awaken to who and what they are, and their, mission and plan with humanity and their purpose at this time for being here. So let's pull a little card here and gauge a bit more information about the magic of this star seed energy. Okay, we have, oh my goodness, abracadabra with wings. The White Witch also received this. So if you were somebody drawn to 1 and 2, wow, what a synchronicity for you. But this right here, abracadabra with wings, fantastic good fortune and lucky chances. This right here is, this starseed has a lot of magic, just like the White Witch does, okay? And the more the starseed becomes awakened to themselves, their gifts, their mission, their star being family, their galactic family, all of those things, the more they come into their personal power, their personal magic for their mission this lifetime. Okay, so let's draw another card here. We have a phenomenon. Be still and listen to the spirits. Oh my goodness. It is time to awaken, my star seeds, okay? Like, those of you who are already, in that vibe, in that knowing, get ready for a huge expansion in your consciousness from where you are right now, what you understand, your dimensional capacity, your channeling ability. Also, like a upgrade and activation to your physical self. Wow, a lot going on for the star seed, okay? But you are a phenomenon, and the more you become still within and not focused on the loneliness or the confusion, all of those things about human life and that aspect of things, you are going to receive guidance like you've never had before. And some of you, I feel like this is speaking about the contact maybe for the first time from your star family, okay? Others of you, you know, one thing I didn't mention with that is there's other members of your soul collective of this star seed energy that also walk on this earth, and you will be aligned to some of those, okay? And this right here, I feel is also your galactic family trying to help lead you and align you to other members who are walking around, other star seeds who are walking around to help bring you the support and comfort and relation that you so desperately need but can't seem to find in other people. Even if you love them and they love you, there's just this essence that's missing, and it's because you're a star seed. And like if a cat was in a cage with you know, 5 dogs, and all the dogs loved the cat and the cat loved all the dogs, the cat's still gonna have a sense of loneliness. It needs another cat, right? That's kind of what I feel going on here, is some of you really need that support, and it will come in for you. You will meet other people who are like you as well, okay? So let's pull some more cards. All right, the Gaia worker. Yeah, you are here for a mission to protect Mother Earth and all who inhabit her. You are incredibly sensitive. Like, you feel earth movements, like earthquakes, volcanoes, crazy storms, hurricanes. Like, you feel that stuff before it happens. Anything going on, you know, in the wildlife kingdom, in the oceans, you are so in tune. You are connected to Mother Earth and all who inhabit her. That's part of your mission, part of your journey, and that's why you have that intense sensitivity, so you can be aware of the state of things, okay? Next out is a spiritual lesson. So, my starseed, even though you have mission and you are wise, there is a lot that you are learning and gaining at a soul level, like this great expansion for future lifetimes, future missions that may not even have to do with the earth plane, okay? So you are gaining a lot spiritually through this life journey. Even though you're giving so much, you're receiving a lot at the soul level. Astrology. Okay, this right here is telling me a couple of things. One, you are a master astrologer, and if you haven't started getting into that, you need to now. Others of you, this is like your astrology is going to give you confirmation or triggers for your mission this lifetime. And there's these ladies, it's the starseedhotline.com, and you know, they're a little out there for me, but you know, the best astrology chart reading I've ever had in my life actually came from them. And what they told me I was here to do is actually kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy, and what just kind of naturally came to be. And they're really big on predicting who is a starseed and who is not. It's like a certain axis, I believe it's Taurus, Scorpio, really speaks to that, and then various degrees of planets and things like that. So if you haven't, I would highly recommend, you know, seeking out somebody who is vested and versed in starseed astrology, and they'll be able to give you a lot of guidance and directions. The only ones I know about at this time is the starseedhotline.com. If you guys know of anybody else who does these things, or you are a starseed who reads astrology for other starseeds, feel free to put your info in the comments below. You know, just because it's hard. Sometimes you need guidance, and your spirit guides are really saying that your astrology and understanding your personal astrology will help you in this process. So Let's pull some more cards here. All right, so we have the Eternals. So this right here lets me know right away, some of you are also part of the twin flame journey, and you know, starseed, obviously you guys are from different star system coming here for a mutual mission for humanity, okay? And you both are incredibly sensitive under this Gaia worker energy. Now for others of you, to me this is that confirmation that, you know, there's others like you that you're going to align with that will help bring you strength where you feel like you can fit in. Under these spiritual lessons, we have the hand of fate. So as much as you're giving this lifetime, you're also in a state of learning, and it's part of your journey, and you signed up for a lot this lifetime, but it's like you're reaching for bigger and better in a different realm, okay? And under astrology, look at that, 10 of activations. Yes, it's like either you're going to be a master astrologist, or you are, and maybe you haven't looked into learning starseed astrology, and you will get that channeled from your galactic family, from star beings, okay? Others of you, get your chart read. It's just, you're going to be totally activated by it, and it's going to put you in like a different dimension. Like you're going to have such a better, greater understanding. I love it. So let's see potentially what you need to overcome to help you, you know, fully embrace your starseed, you know, self and what you're doing here for this lifetime. All right, so we have Parasite. This right here is telling me that you guys need to cut off toxic people, toxic relationships, because you are so sensitive, okay? You absorb so much from everyone and everything around you, and the vibration of you is like so sweet and so delicious, and it's not a conscious thing, but people are attracted to your energy, and they take from you, and they feed off your energy, and you tolerate it because these are people you care about, people you're trying to help, etc. And your guides are like, oh no, if they are toxic to you, they are draining to you, you're always feeling weird and out of balance, it's time to cut those people off, cut those people out, and you will feel so much better, okay? So for those of you that were attracted to this second card, it's all about you being a starseed. And if that's the first time you've ever heard of this, you can do a research on the internet. There's tons of information out there and available to you, okay? But for others of you, this is your confirmation, and also, you know, some stuff that has come through to help you move forward on your journey. So those are your messages. I am wishing you all the best. Take care. All right, so let's see what is behind card number 3 for those of you who were attracted. Ooh, we have the Prophet. So this card, you are somebody who is considered psychic. You have insight, you have foresight, you could be clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient. There's so many of them. But also prophetic dreams, okay? The prophet is somebody who senses things or knows things that are going to unfold, or can easily look into the past and read how things unfolded quite accurately, okay? Also with the dreams, a lot of insight coming through dreams. So, you know, whether you are fully awakened or aware of this gift within yourself or not, here you are. And I will tell you, my friend Heather Filona, medium on a mission, she, you know, went most of her life not realizing that she was a medium. Like, you know, she definitely felt like she was picking up on things and stuff like that. But it wasn't until she really started exploring herself and her spiritual gift that she realized how strong of a medium she was, and just the intention and the focus it broke a lot of barriers down, and other people around her, other mediums, you know, that have been taking classes and really working hard for quite some time, growing and developing their skill, were astounded by the quickness in which, you know, she just activated. And it's because she just fully awakened to her spiritual gifts and talents. So for some of you, I feel like you're not aware of your ability because you don't get the validation and the confirmation, nor are you even really trying. And, you know, sometimes if you really try, it just screws everything up, right? And so I get it. But for those of you attracted to card 3, you definitely have the gift of foresight and deep insight to, you know, details of situations that other people, you know, don't have, don't sense, won't see, won't feel. Okay, so let's pull another card to go with this prophet. Okay, little luxuries. Generates luxurious experiences and surroundings. So this right here with the prophet, this to me is like you see everything, okay? Like north, south, east, west. You see in all directions the past, the future, and what's really going on in the present, and whether somebody is being honest or deceptive, okay? You sense it, you feel it, you know it, you have insights. I really just keep feeling like you've had a bunch of dreams that actually play out and fulfill, and you have symbolism in dreams where if you dream about a specific thing, you know a certain event is going to unfold. I'll give you an example of this. Every time I used to have a dream that I was pregnant with my ex-boyfriend, sure as it was, like, we would fight. We would have a horrible fight. Every time I would dream I was pregnant with his child, within a couple days, we had a horrible fight. It got to the point that when I had that dream, I would be so scared. Oh my God, I don't want to fight with him. What's happening? What's coming? And I'd even try to avoid it. But no, you know, destiny is destiny. So some of you, I feel you have that type of symbolism in your dreams, where when you dream the same thing over and over, it's actually a message. It's alerting you to something, okay? Some of you might even have a gift for dream interpretation, okay? So I don't know, maybe some of you needed that insight, but it's like you see in all directions, past, present, and future. All right, so we have euphoria. Honor yourself. This right here is you don't know how amazing you truly are into the depth of your gift, the degree that it can go. And it could be that, you know, sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. And when you're first awakening, or, you know, first working on that, that's just kind of how it goes. It took me a long time to get to where I'm at, you know. It's just like any other skill. You're growing and you're developing it, okay? And some of you have been working on this for lifetimes. That's why some of us, once we're awakened, we're activated and just game on, you know? While others, it's like this very slow process, and it's like so much needs to be learned and gathered yet this lifetime. But for you guys, listen, you've got to believe in yourself. And the more you start believing in yourself and asking Spirit for validation, it will start coming to you and you will know. Okay, so you guys are the psychics, the seers, the prophets. You see the past and you see the future, or the potential futures, more than one, right? Okay, we have spiritual business, and those of you attracted to this third card, your spiritual gift, you are supposed to have some spiritually sort of based business practice, whether full-time, part-time, that is part of your life journey, and you will not feel complete until you are doing this, okay? And this comes after this gift of yours is fully awakened. Ego hold. Also, okay, honor yourself and ego hold. This is letting you know that you're blinded to your full potential, your full gift, because there's a lack of belief in self. There's some doubt going on here. And religions. Okay, some of you, it could be that what's really holding you back is your religious beliefs. But look, here it is. You have a spiritual mission this lifetime. Some of you, it is like your spiritual beliefs, your religious beliefs that you grew up with that is really closed you off to your gifts, to your third eye. And now is the time of awakening where you have to shed the old you, the old version of you, what's in the ego, what you know and define as self, because you are powerfully gifted and you're meant to emerge into that this lifetime. And that's like you're supposed to have a business of some sort. Okay, and I can tell you, I used to be very religious myself, and that those walls breaking down were really hard. So I get it, because I was here. I get it. It's not easy, but you will just open yourself up to your gifts, because man, you're meant to do things this lifetime. So let's pull some clarifiers. We have 7 of intuition under spiritual business. Again, you don't believe in yourself, or you feel like your gift and ability is dangerous, is bad, is poison, and you try to like push it away from you. And then under ego hold, look at this, universal reflection. This is that breakthrough you're going to have, where you're just going to break free of the fears of the ego, of the self-doubt, and you're just going to see yourself in all your glory. And under this religions, we have the 3 of intuition, and look at that. That's your third eye, awakening and opening, despite the previous programming that's been written in your subconscious mind about what spirituality is acceptable and what's not acceptable and all those things. Like, all of that's going to shift and change out of you, or you are currently in that process. And I'm telling you, you are gifted and you're meant to do something with that and have a business with that, give readings, teach, you know, whatever your thing is. Your third eye is definitely going to open up here, but it comes from self-acceptance, okay, and belief in self. So let's see anything potential that is standing in your way here. Obsession. Yeah, this right here, listen, like I said, for me at first, it's like stuff would just come to me, and then if I tried, it just, I would be wrong every time. And I think some of you have gone through that, and it's because when you're just in this like place of no real intention, kind of like a stable mindset, stuff can easily come to you, come in. But when you know, get really focused and you are in an expectation and all these things, it really blocks up the flow of that energy. You're no longer an open vessel, okay? And I think some of you have kind of struggled with that. And look at this, is card 3 of intuition. It's all about your third eye fully opening and activating. So some of you may look to see a Reikiist to help with that, or there's a lot of meditations on YouTube to help balance your chakras and your energy and expand your third eye and awaken it to you, or awaken you to the conscious awareness of your third eye, because it's always working whether you are aware of it or not. It's all about consciousness and what's written in that subconscious mind. And for you guys, I just see like working in that space, rewriting your beliefs of what is possible for you and accepting that you are gifted and you see things. That's going to open you to your gift, and it's just going to become more and more natural to you as you go. And also those of you who struggle with, is this a bad thing? You've really got to get past that and own yourself, because if you are spiritually gifted and you're questioning, well, does this make me evil? Is this a bad thing? Well, then you're questioning your divinity, you know? And so there is going to be challenge and contrast and restriction in that until you become balanced within yourself and accepting of yourself all the way around. All right. So those are your messages for those of you who were drawn to the third card. I am wishing you all the best. Take care. All right, so for those of you who were drawn to the fourth card, you guys are, woo, the light worker. This means you are multi-talented, okay? You have many spiritual gifts. The ones that you've questioned, hey, I can see auras, I'm psychic, I'm a medium, I'm a healer, you know, just different things that you have felt really drawn towards. Those are your gifts, okay? Also, the light worker has a spiritual mission this lifetime. In fact, the light worker tends to give a lot of their time and energy to humanity at some point in their life once they are fully awakened, okay? So those of you with the light worker being attracted to card 4, you are multi-talented, multi-gifted spiritually. You are meant to be a leader. You're meant to teach people spiritually. You are gifted in many, many ways. You are spiritually protected. There's just this element about you where no matter your struggle or challenge, things is always going to end up working out for you just because of the vastness of your soul experience, not just in this you know, earth plane, but in many different planes and consciousness and ways of being and experiencing oneself, okay? Like, you are a master on so many levels, and you need to know that. Here's the magic, earth. Ask the elements of earth for grounding, stability, strength in times of chaos. So this is letting you know that you are very connected to Mother Earth and all like the animals and creatures and plants that exist upon her, as well as the elementals, okay? And when you are feeling overwhelmed, lonely, drained, confused, all of those things, you really need to connect with Mother Earth and do a full grounding meditation and ask her to, you know, recharge your batteries, because since you experience so much energy and you exert so much energy being the beacon of light, the light worker, you get really drained at times, and it makes you feel down and it makes you feel lonely. And so you have like this very special connection with Mother Earth where when you call to her, she's going to respond and she's going to fill you back up, okay? So let's pull another card. So here we go. Ooh, Hex. Be still and allow the enemy to reveal themselves. Okay, this coming out is letting you know that you need not emotionally react or respond to negativity or those who wish you ill, wish you harm, okay? Because you are of a much higher calibration of energy. You are protected in a way that they are not. You have done your lifetimes. You have earned this. Who and what you are, you have earned this, okay? And you need to know that you are always protected, and then never allow your mind to get wrapped up in worry or your heart to be filled with despair when somebody is coming against you or acting false against you, because you are protected. And I'm talking, you know, not physically, okay? I'm talking verbally, psychically, you know, anything like that. Somebody trying to come at you, like, you are protected. You are a very powerful being, and you are a beacon of light to many. So you need to trust and not react. Always be the best version of yourself, okay? This is like, you've got to think of yourself, if you were working for a company, like you are the CEO, all right? You have to be the most professional the most put together. You are the top, the face of this business. And so that's what this light worker is. It's like everybody beneath can screw up and make mistakes, all right, but not this light worker. And that's not to say you can't make mistakes, but what I mean is the level of your maturity at a soul level, your spirituality, it's like, no, that's, you know better than that. And so anybody coming at you, you are out of their reach unless you lower yourself and let them grab a hold, okay? So let's pull some more cards. All right, yeah, look at that. Shadow beings. You do not have to worry about this energy, okay? And those of you who suffer sleep paralysis or get very disturbed and bothered in your dreams, you might want to, again, do a full grounding protection, or full grounding meditation, and call on Mother Earth Gaia for protection, as well as your spirit guides, because you are a beacon of light, and light attracts. Okay, and I see some lower vibrations very drawn in and attracted to your light, and you need to like shield from some of that. And for others, it's like you've got to learn how to inspire from afar, because I feel like this goes physically and non-physically for you guys, okay? Yeah, look at this. Consciousness. Your consciousness absolutely exists in a different dimension. You're of a high caliber, okay? And lastly, activation. Yes. Listen, as you watch this, doesn't matter when you're watching this reading, there's an activation coming for you. When you watch this reading, that's your guide saying, hey, there's a shift, that big change that's about to take place in your consciousness. You see how it's kind of depicted in both of those? And here we're dark, it's black and white, okay? It could be depicted as negative. And here, look at, it's turning yellow, orange, and red. And this is like the breakthrough, the positivity. So listen, when you get really down and negative or start playing into other people's nonsense and drama and trauma, it really pulls your vibration down, okay? And the more you recognize that and take back your personal power, trust spirit, do your grounding meditations and protection, and refuse to give in to different people trying to trigger you, or give in to fear of, you know, non-physical things that you feel are coming towards you or you don't understand. It's like you become incredibly empowered, and that's where you need to be. So don't give in to fear. Don't, you know, let anybody lower your vibration based on their behavior, what they're doing, or what they're saying. You stand strong in your light, and you will be protected. And every time you're feeling afraid or low, you have a special connection with Mother Earth Gaia to fill you back up and give you the strength and protection that you need. All right, under shadow beings, we have 8 of activations. Yeah, so like this, you see all this positive energy and flowers, Mother Earth Gaia. It's like, don't lower yourself, don't give in to fear. Connect with Mother Earth, ground your energy, and you will be restored and feel a sense of protection. Under this consciousness, we have 6 of activations. Yeah, this is like going to a whole nother dimension of understanding and perceiving at a conscious level. And activation, Ace of Intuition. Yeah, this here is something shifting and changing inside of you, connected to your spiritual gift, where you're really going to expand all the way, and any sort of fear or lower vibrating energies must be cleared from you for this to happen and take place. And that's why I feel many of you are watching this, not so much as the confirmation of the fact that you're a light worker, but trying to understand some of these lower vibrations that you've been experiencing and what you can do about that. And maybe some of you did not recognize or know the special connection that you have with Mother Earth, and how much she will heal you when you call upon her. Okay, so we're just going to pull one final card here to see what's kind of standing in your way, hiding your true self. All right, so listen, some of you, this activation is about owning who and what you are and having no fear in it, okay? Like really owning who and what you are. And also, again, staying in the highest version of yourself and knowing that as you do that, you will always be protected, okay? You do not walk alone. You have big shoes to fill. Like I said, you're the CEO. You have a lot of knowledge and wisdom to share with people, and multi-talented with spiritual gifts. And, you know, again, when you're feeling low or feeling sad, down, attacked, connect with Mother Earth Gaia, and you will find some magical healing. Connect with nature. You will find magical healing in those situations, okay? So those are your messages for those of you attracted to card number 4, the beautiful light workers of this planet. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care. All right, so this is for card number 5, and your gift is, the Akashic Librarian. So this right here, you have access to the Akashic Library for yourself and for others. That's like ability to look into a past life and connect the dots, okay? You might not even realize that you do that, but you guys see the life stream of somebody in your mind's eye, okay, of their past life and how it connects into this life, and like the karma attached and wrapped up in this. You'd be a really, really good karma reader, whether you do it psychically or with tarot cards or you go into meditation, okay? It's just you have the rites of passage to access the Akashic Library. Not everybody does, okay? That's a very sacred hall of records, you know, that contains all the information of every lifetime, of every soul, how all things are connected, and you have the rites of passage for that. So if you have not previously, you really need to start exploring yourself and your gift on this level. Google is a beautiful thing. You can find so much free information to help you. Wow, and look at this. Your magic is air. Work with the element of air to cut through to the core of a situation and see the truth. Air is the mind, right? The non-physical, channeling the communication with the non-physical. This right here, your magic, you have the rites of passage to access past life energies and see how they play into this life and like what somebody's soul story is, okay? And I mean, work with the element of air to cut through to the core of a situation and see the truth. So you could read somebody's karma for them and explain to them, well, this is why, and this is what you should do. Like, this is an ongoing lesson, lifetime after lifetime, and this is what you need to do. So, like, learn the lesson so you can move on. Like, you definitely are good at reading karma, and you have rites of passage to the Akashic Library for anybody and everybody that has ever played a character on this earth plane. You can look into that story and read it and understand it, okay? So let's pull another card. All right, so let love grow. This here, it is time for you to embrace who and what you are, okay? And just look at this. How better paired. This is two people embracing, but look, this is a flower, and within the flower is this bubble with the skull. Okay, so like here you are this person being embraced, and you can see their energy of now, this lifetime, but also into their previous lifetime. I mean, it is right there. And the fact that you can do that really helps you understand people and why they do what they do, and what they're working on and what they should do to better improve themselves, whether they should be doing affirmations or they should be more grateful or they should look into mediumship or Reiki. Like, you just know, you see it, you read karma, okay? And you see that past life energy and all that comes with them into this life. So let's pull some more cards. All right, yep, look at that. Consciousness. Do you just see what's depicted on this picture? That's you, like going into the dimension, seeing all the way everything's connected, every life, every character that every soul has ever played in this earth plane, and you are protected. You have the rites of passage. Wow. And lastly, the rabbit hole. This to me depicts, like, again, that you see these past life energies, you read karma, you understand. Very interesting. Like, I never really got this karma reader telling a soul story before this particular reading. And honestly, I might start doing some soul story readings just because of what I feel from this. So thank you for the inspiration. All right, so let's look at clarifying some of this energy. All right, under consciousness, we have the star seed. Very nice. You have connection to star beings, and most likely your consciousness, your energy signature does not come from this place, okay? And since this has come out with the consciousness here, I highly recommend you go to the timestamp for the starseed, because I feel like that also speaks to you. Oh my gosh, no way. The passage, did you want to know what this is specifically about? Past life energy and having the rites of passage for that, all of that coming into play into your reality. You are the karma reader. You can see somebody's soul story, everything about it that is pertinent to the now, this lifetime, okay? Also accessing, you know, the Hall of Records, the Akashic Library. You have the rites of passage for that. You are protected, okay? And lastly, 3 of manifestations. There's others like you that you are going to connect with, even though you are a very rare, unique being, and the spiritual gift that you have is quite special, and not just any soul, even very gifted, highly evolved, have access to the Akashic Library. But you do, and there's others like you who do, and they will mentor you or you will mentor them. And between, you know, you guys, you will really all expand fully into your gifts of accessing past life and reading people's karma. And again, with the star seed, check out the timestamp for that video because it's also coming through in your reading here. So let's pull a card here to see what potentially stands in your way or what you might need to overcome. And it's like today for tomorrow. Wow, you've got to accept your gifts. Do you see that? Like, today for tomorrow. So past life into this life, and look at 3 full moons, okay? Like, you really need to just embrace who and what you are. Trust yourself in the senses that you get about people. You are a reader of karma, okay? You have very special gifts, talents, and rites of passage that not just any soul has walking on this earth. Like, you really need to embrace who you are 1,000%, and also open yourself up to higher communication into other dimensions from other beings that can shed some light on this ability of yours. But also, because we have the star seed, you have connection to star beings from other star systems that, you know, can better explain and help you understand what your gifts are about and what they're for, okay? So those are your messages. For those of you attracted to card 5, the Akashic Librarian, very special, unique soul with a very special and unique mission this lifetime. And I just feel it plays into that starseed energy. So that's why I'm like, really check out that video, or that card, the reading attached to it, because I definitely feel like it plays in to you having these rites of passage into past life and reading karma. All right. So those are your messages for the 5th card. I'm wishing you all the best. Take care. All right, so for those of you attracted to this 6th card, your spiritual gift is the healer. All right, so the healer comes in many different forms. It could be emotionally, it could be energetically, you could be a nurse, you could be a doctor, you could be a caretaker, you could be an animal advocate, okay? An advocate for children or human rights. The healer comes in many, many packages, okay? But the main thing you need to know with this is you have special magic and ability when it comes to healing people. And some of you, it's through your conversation. Some of you, it's through your songs. Some of you, it's through sharing your soul wisdom, sharing your life journey and experience. Some of you, it's you need to, learn how to heal energy, become a Reikiist, work with crystals. Some of you, this is like pursuing your dream of being a nurse or a caretaker or doctor, healer, holistic healer of some kind, meditation, physical therapy, like, whatever your calling is to heal, it's there for a reason, and here's your confirmation, and you have special magic in your healing abilities. Okay, so let's pull a card here to add more to this healer energy. Okay, and we'll go with the top. All right, so we have Trink of 5, manifesting money and income. Do you know what that tells me? That you healer, you beautiful healer, however that comes through, that is how you're supposed to make your money this lifetime, is with your healing ability. Okay, so whatever that inner calling is to heal, really start pursuing that path, and there will be trial and error. All right, but that is absolutely how you are supposed to earn your income this lifetime. All right, so let's pull another card. Okay, so we have pause in your journey. This tells me that many of you are not in your healer path yet. And it's going to be a complete shift, 180 in your career path, some of you, okay? Others of you, it's like you just think about it, you don't really practice it. It's time. The time is now to really embrace the healer that you are, however that resonates for you, okay? However that plays out for you personally in your personal life. That here's your confirmation, like you're meant to walk that path. And some of you, I feel like it just completely changes your entire career path. All right. Okay, so we have upgrade. Yeah, some of you, it's time to open yourself up to the depth of your healing abilities. Some of you, it's time to go to school. Okay, but all of you, you're receiving an upgrade to your healing ability, because I'm telling you, you're supposed to be making money at it. Oh my gosh, chakra and auras. Imagine that. This is what you heal. Many of you, I feel, are going to be energy healers. And you see energy, you see the chakras, like you understand it. You're able to help really get people back in balance and help upgrade them. Okay, next out is the false prophet. And this here coming out is, listen, you know who is fake and who is real. And there's some people that have or will cross your path that claim to be these amazing healers, psychics, whatever. And you're just going to be able to tell by their energy. And I feel it's like something you see or sense around them. And it's something that happens around every person that you encounter where there's a sense of falsity about them. You have that ability, okay? So you really need to trust yourself. You know when the vibes are off. You know when the vibes are off. Trust yourself. It's like something you sense about somebody's energy. With the upgrade, we have 7 of manifestations. It's like let go of all doubt and fear and how you really wanted something to pan out or play out, and say, okay, Spirit, upgrade me. Show me the way. Show me my path that is best for me. 7 of intuition. This is like you were trying to let Spirit show you the way, okay? Like help you open the path forward to how your healing ability and gift is supposed to play out. Have the willingness for that, okay? Because it might be the way you've seen it. Oh my God, this card is 7. Then you got the 7. Then you got the 7 here. So 7, 7, 7. There's an element of growth, okay? So if you've been held back, it's because you were growing, and now you're receiving a big upgrade. And lastly, look at this, the 3 of lessons coming out under the false prophet. That tells me that you've learned some very painful lessons by going with emotional attachment and hope and desire of how somebody or situation is, rather than those red flags, warning signs that you pick up on. Like you have a radar, like you know when there's deception, whether in a person or a situation. And I feel like your emotional attachment or your desire for how you wanted something to, turn out, made you ignore your intuition and just everything you've been through. It's like now you're at this point where you've got to own the fact that you pick up on deception. You do. And whether it's what you want to know or not, it's to protect you. Okay, so really trust your vibes. Because you read people's energies so freaking well. It's like there's just the same thing, like you have the same thing happen every time something is false, and you've got to pay attention to that. And even if you really have an attachment to somebody, you're feeling that, you have to like kind of pull back and say, okay, when I feel this, it's always something deceptive. Spirit, show me the truth, reveal it to me, and you will be surprised, okay? This is what you need to overcome, the masquerade. And to me, like I said, you see the deception, you know when it's there, but it's like either emotional attachment to the person or situation or a certain desired outcome has you ignore the vibes and pay attention to the masquerade, the display, the falsity, and you get burned in that. And the thing is like you know the truth and the deception in people and situations. Trust yourself, okay? And you guys are beautiful healers, and there's this upgrade taking place for you guys. And I think it comes upon watching this particular reading, okay? It's like something's being triggered in your subconscious mind to really awaken you. Some of you know like you are this healer, but you just, push it away and ignore it. Oh, I could never do that. Well, you got the proof that you're supposed to do that, that you are supposed to earn income from that by sharing your healing ability or your lie detector ability, because man, you know the truth from the falsity. All right, so those are your messages. I'm wishing you all the best. Take care. All right, so last but not least, those of you attracted to card 7, we've got the spirit medium. So you are a medium. You have ability to communicate with passed on loved ones, with spirit guides and star beings, okay? You have those rites of passage. You have earned that gift, and this lifetime it is definitely meant to be a part of you. And some of you, you might have some idea that you're this, but just depending on how awakened you are to yourself and your spirituality is really how deeply you can explore your current ability of mediumship. But you have the potential to be a master medium this lifetime, okay, with the spirit medium there. And again, that's communication with passed on loved ones, with spirit guides, and, you know, star beings. So let's pull another card here. And oh my gosh, look at what we have, Spirit. Heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. Yeah, this right here is your magic. You talk to Spirit, okay? The spirits, I should say, and that is your gift. You can do that. If you know, there's a lot of classes out there you can take. There's a lot of meditations on YouTube to help really open you and expand you to your mediumship gifts. Others of you, you may always feel like everywhere you go is like a haunted house. Like, how do I always move into all these haunted houses? The houses aren't haunted. The spirits are attracted to you, okay? Because you are a vessel that can communicate with them, and something in your subconscious needs to click on all the way for it to be in full force. For others of you who are already aware of your mediumship, I feel it's time for a big expansion. All right, so let's pull a card here. Yeah, pause in your journey. Yes, it is time for either you to come fully into awareness of your mediumship ability, or there's a big expansion happening for those of you who are already very well aware of your abilities. So let's pull some more cards. Okay, we have the Gaia worker. You definitely are meant to have a spiritual mission this lifetime. Like, that's a primary focus of this life journey. You are also here to protect Mother Earth and all who inhabit her, you know, the animals, the plants, and the human beings that are here, okay? Like, you are a worker of Mother Earth, and you also have this beautiful ability to channel the spirits. You are something quite special, because look at what's next. The empath. Not only can you do all of that, you really feel what's going on inside of other people's hearts and minds. You pick up on the energy like crazy. You pick up on energies in general. You're like a sponge, so just be really mindful of that, okay? If you're like all of a sudden having a fine day and then you're all sad, it's because you picked up on somebody else's energy. You are a very sensitive empath around people and situations, which I'm not surprised considering you're coming through as the Gaia worker and the spirit medium here. And last out, disillusionment. Some of you push away from your spiritual gift or talents just because it could be too intense at times, more than you can handle, more than you can take. The pain and sadness of the world may overwhelm you at times. The pain and sadness that spirits can sometimes project, you know, to help you understand their experiences can be overwhelming and hard to take, okay? I just feel there's an element of, you know, you needing to fully accept yourself, but also you have a special ability to help others become disillusioned and awaken to the truth of their situation, their life path, and, you know, the spirit guides that walk with them and, you know, help guide them and love them. Form of intuition. Yeah, some of you really do try to push your gift away. It's overwhelmed you, I think. The empath, two of activations, but you're going to find a place of balance, okay? You will fully embrace yourself. You will. And lastly, under disillusionment, mastery. Yep, look at that. You will fully balance yourself, and you will fully own your gift this lifetime. You are a powerful, powerful being. I will tell you that. Very wise old soul exists within the body that carries you around this lifetime. You are meant to talk to the spirits. You are a master, and you are here to protect Mother Earth and all that exists upon her. And because of these, you know, responsibilities, you are so sensitive to everything around you. So let's pull a card here. Okay, so blinded to pain. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. This is the only thing that really stands in your way. Do you see the tears running down her face? She puts a blindfold on, and look at, you know, all those flies around her heart space. It's, you are so sensitive. You pick up on everything. Like, you want to shut yourself off to the heartache and the pain and the trauma and the drama of the world. And even sometimes what you're picking up from the spiritual realm, I feel like it really overwhelms you. But being the Gaia worker, you have a very special connection to Mother Earth, and you need to call upon her and do full grounding meditations to be, recharged, restored, and have your energy very grounded and balanced. And also putting energetic protection around you so that you're not absorbing so many energies of people and circumstances, because man, with the empath and then blinded to pain, it's just, I feel some of you, it's almost painful to be alive because you are so sensitive to just all these energies. And you know, like I said, you'll receive a lot of strength and support from Mother Earth, spending time in nature, just because of your special mission this lifetime. And you're meant to be protected and loved and nurtured and filled back up every time you feel low within. And better guarding your energy and accepting, because she's covering her eyes and now she has a blindfold. Oh my gosh, and she has a blindfold. So there's 3 coverings of eyes going on here. Don't be afraid of your gift. Don't be afraid of who and what you are. Because you're something special. You are a master of your craft, and you have a big mission this lifetime, and it's truly time to really open yourself up to that and embrace it and accept it and ask Spirit, what is my next step? How do I handle this? How, do I work through these emotions and everything that I go through? How can I do this? And Spirit will be there. Spirit will show you. Spirit will guide you. And again, Mother Earth will help you ground your energy and restore you, and put a shield of protection around you. Okay, so those are your messages for those of you who are attracted to that 7th card. You are a medium and you have a big mission this lifetime. Okay, so those are your messages. I'm wishing you all the best. Take care.